This is where it started. I came out one morning a few months ago and there was a trail of chicken feathers leading to a clump about 10 feet away from the chicken tractor. Something, and at this point I didn't know what, had pulled one of my chickens out from underneath the chicken tractor. There wasn't a single feather actually inside the chicken tractor, so I was pretty confident that the predator didn't actually get in, but who cares? Still lost a chicken. I knew they had to be better protected, so I moved them over here. I put brick pavers all the way around the chicken tractor to make sure that there was a barrier to prevent anything else from getting to them. But that was just a temporary plan while I did something more permanent. Here's the benefit of overbuying on every single project I do. I had a good bit of this welded wire fencing left over from the chicken tractor build, so I decided to use it to make a skirting around the outside of the chicken tractor. It's definitely nothing fancy, but it worked. It sticks out about 12 to 14 inches from the chicken tractor, and I use these U-shaped stakes to secure it to the ground. I also put a brick paver at each corner to keep people from tripping over the edge of the skirting and also to add a little bit of reinforcement. The corners themselves weren't protected, but the wheel is right there. So I wasn't worried about the corners. Bad call. Something got to him. Right here was the front edge of the chicken tractor. Right there is where something tried to dig in, but then it came around here to the other front corner and it did dig in and it got the chicken. The fatal flaw in my skirting is at the corners. I started putting a stone at each corner. At this point, I was pretty sure it was either a raccoon or a possum, but either way, I just couldn't believe that it actually dug through the corner and was able to get past the wheel and get in. All things considered, I felt fortunate that it took only one chicken. But this is when things started really getting interesting. So what it looks like is that came and was actually trying to dig through that, but it didn't get underneath. Right here, same thing. Welded wire is bent, and right here. The good news is this stuff is keeping them out. The bad news is that I don't know that this is gonna hold them out indefinitely. And then I had a chicken go broody. So she was just sitting in this nesting box all the time. According to everybody I talked to, the best way to break her of this would be to not allow her to sit for at least a few days. Fortunately, I had already built this 4x4 pen a while back, so I did have something to put her in. Unfortunately, that meant I was now giving the predator 2 targets. And we also found multiple piles of scat, confirmed that this is a raccoon that we're dealing with. That first night, he almost got to my broody bird. As far as I can tell, the only thing that kept him from getting her was the fact that he was digging basically right underneath this paving stone. I mean, it's possible that something scared him away, but that was just really too close. I started putting up additional border protection after that. I've got some leftover welded wire fencing, some leftover metal roofing material. Both of those are from the chicken tractor project, and just some random pavers. So night after night, I put up defenses and he tried to get through them.
I think that the raccoon is actually getting in here and pulling this stone back.
One evening after dark, it occurred to me that maybe a lot of concentrated human scent around would deter him, would keep him away. So I did what any red-blooded American man would do. I peed all around. But I never would have guessed what I would find the next morning. There were signs where the raccoon had come by and done his usual routine of trying to get in, but this time he got into the food bin. I don't think the lid was on very securely, so that wasn't the surprising part. I couldn't find the lid. It took me a couple minutes and I finally found it tucked over there. I couldn't figure out what on earth a raccoon would want with the trash can lid. I really wish I had this on camera. As I was picking up the lid, I realized that there was some sort of liquid in it. It was pee. I guess he wanted to make sure that he was marking the territory and not just me. There were a few more days of back and forth of him trying to scratch through and me making sure that everything was fortified, but last night, things got really serious.